You might be surprised, but you don't return money. You know, we gotta have $300
All right, this is the regular meeting, 6 p.m., June 18th, 2019. We'll call the meeting to order. Chris, would you like to call roll, please?
County Judge Executive Robbie Williams.
Present.
County Attorney Keith Bartley.
Here.
County Treasurer David Lane. Here. Magistrate for District Number 1 Mark Craddock. Here. Magistrate for District Number 2 George Ousley.
Yeah.
Magistrate for District Number 3 Mike Taggett.
Here.
Magistrate for District Number 4 Ronnie Akers. Here. All present, Judge.
All right, Chris, would you lead us in prayer, please?
Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you, we thank you for the opportunity that we have to serve this county. We just ask you to help us in doing that. We pray for the concerned citizens out here. Lord, we just thank you for their input that they have in things concerning this county. Lord, we also pray as this county did lose a legend this week in King Kelly Coleman. We pray for that family. We just ask you to comfort them during this very difficult time in their life. Now be over this meeting, Lord. Watch over everything that's done here, and may it be pleasing in your sight, and may it be what's best for this county. We ask it in Jesus' name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, first off, we have the approval of the minutes. We need a motion to accept approval of the minutes.
Motion.
Made. You need to call roll on that, Chris.
I don't think that.
Okay. All right. Treasurer's report. Anything to report, Treasurer?
Not unless they have any questions, Judge.
Magistrate's got any questions on the budgets or? Okay.
We have to have a special meeting next, is that right, Dave? You said?
On Wednesday at 3 o'clock, yeah.
Wednesday?
Or excuse me, Friday at 3 o'clock.
This Friday?
Next Friday.
28th at 3 o'clock.
We'll do it earlier. I have that conference for the judges, and I won't be back till Friday through. Sorry.
Second reading of the budget.
That be, is that basically be all tone to the second reading?
Unless there's something else that comes up, but Joey mentioned he may have another litter of abatement on first.
Okay, is Bear's not here for the jail report? Solid waste.
Skipped over me.
Oh, 911, I'm sorry, Tim, go ahead, Tim, you got something? for
Not really,
911?
just continuing to work on the FEMA and so on.
FEMA moving along okay?
But moving along, getting some money in from last time and starting the process for this time.
Okay.
Should be able to get stuff on.
And now we have the two projects, the one that Dale, or excuse me, the one that Ronnie was concerned about last month, the FEMA project that we had discussed, Dale, and then the one that George had that was concerned about the buses. We have gotten some bids on those, correct? And what's the status on those two projects?
Waiting on the driller.
Okay.
He said he and Dave, it's actually been 11, so I'll call him tomorrow.
So are we going to do the Mink Branch?
Big branch.
First. Okay. And those are FEMA projects, but we'll go ahead and complete them because Ronnie and George wanted those finished before school started back because of the buses. Okay. All right, so you want to touch base with them tomorrow,
I'll
check the
call
status?
tomorrow.
Okay. Joe,
Okay.
solid waste report?
Okay, after a countywide cleanup, which we had 283 tons of debris, our Floyd County Clean Team, they went out on 60 more calls, and that's from the 15th to the 30th, picked up 13 more tons for cleanup. Since the end of May, they've been working up 122. They went from Martin all the way to Abner, Weeksbury, Melvin, Caleb Ford. We've been on Johns Branch, Arkansas Creek, Town Branch, Denwood, and that litter has been 9 tons more just out of the ditches. We also took off 5 tons of tires and hauled them down and got rid of them. We still have more to take. We're now working our way down 979 from High Hat down to Harold. That's where the men are at now. Our solid waste, that's an issue that we've been having a little bit of trouble with the routes, people not getting picked up on regular days, causing garbage to be set out, get spread out, people calling in, won't know why they ain't getting it picked up on those days. And of course it causes, and also the men won't pick up anything that's over 50 pounds. If it's in a bag, it's over 50 pounds, they won't pick it up. They say, well, how do they know? Well, if they pick it up and the bag starts to tear, they will not pick it up. That, and it has to be household products, no paint cans, things like that. That needs to be, everybody needs to know that. Our commercial garbage dumpsters, they've got a problem with that. There's half going in, half coming out the bottom. So they need to repair some of those. That's our waste connections. With all that said, Judge Williams and myself spoke with the district manager, Kyle Byler, and marketing manager, Carl Town, with Waste Connections Monday morning. After the meeting with them, they agreed to adjust and work on the trucks, have more people here available to get the routes back on route, and also agreed to work on the bad dumpsters to get new dumpsters out here so that wouldn't cause a problem. Hopefully, that will solve it. Now, we've had them in here twice and asked them about this, and they're working on it. So, we are working on it. We all understand that the citizens deserve the service, they're paying for it. And we're trying our best to get it to them. And if they need to call about not getting the garbage picked up, they, from Waste Connections, those managers, said to call the Martin office. And that is 886-285-0033.
606.
I'm sorry, yes. I'm sorry, 606-285-0033. They can call there. They know where those trucks are at. They got GPS trackers on. They can tell them, okay, he didn't run at 10 o'clock. Is he gonna be here today, or why not? Better than we can, even though it's okay to call us. Call Sandra, the solid waste office, or the judge's office. But they'll get a quicker, better answer if they call this number. And also, we're glad to take them. When we get them, we send an email directly to them. They respond to them. They respond to one today. So hopefully we're going to get a handle on, if you get garbage picked up on Monday, it's picked up on Monday. If it's on Friday, it's Friday. Besides that, that's all I got.
Will you all be having some more meetings with the folks at Waste Connection?
I hope we don't. I hope this rectifies.
Hopefully it does.
Hopefully this rectifies the issue.
Why don't you guys try to talk to them about getting some smaller trucks? for some of these
Now, he
hauls?
mentioned about sending more trucks from Hazard, from that place over here, and some men from there over here.
We need at least one small truck in each district, I mean, to run some of these haulers, they just get.
They have got some smaller trucks. That's one of the things that he had mentioned, Ronnie. They got some smaller trucks because I told him what's happening is a lot of the road issues is due to the garbage trucks. So he said they're going to get some smaller trucks. They feel they can be more efficient because they can move around quicker.
Yeah.
But they've got some smaller trucks, but, that's something we can discuss with them going forward because it's costing us money to repair these roads. And as our road funds keep getting smaller and smaller, we have to find ways to do more and more with less. So, but, we did establish, a good line of communication with them to address the complaints. So hopefully we'll get Joe, thank you. Barry, do you have anything you wanted to add, jail report?
No, thank you, Judge.
Okay,
Thank you for helping out on them grants and weed cutting there.
yeah,
I hope we get that all the magistrates, when we get this van taken care of.
I appreciate that, people does too.
We've got away from ours a little bit behind on ours, but now hopefully, within the next week or two, we'll get this van lined out. We've already got everything in place, we've got the weed eaters, chainsaws, and we'll get it going full force.
good, thank you, appreciate it. Let's see, we had a gentleman, Paul Looney from Transportation Cabinet, did he show up? Okay. Guess he didn't make it. We don't have anything for executive session, right, David?
I'm aware.
Nothing to worry, okay. Next, we have the citizens' comments. Who do we have signed up? Dave? Oh, come on up, Deanna. How are you today?
I'm wonderful,
Great.
absolutely wonderful. I'm Deanna Mullins, and I was just coming again to kind of see where we're at with the community center and if the option of leasing it is in the near future with the school beginning in August, and we would love to be able to get in it and open up an after-school program starting in August, so.
The community center is being worked on. We had folks up there this week cutting the trees back. Actually spoke, I got a quote to do, the pressure washing on the building. As soon as we get pressure washed, we wanna get the building sprayed. I got a quote from Rick down at Lane's Hardware earlier on the paint, and he's actually gonna try a couple more places. We're gonna paint the building, so realistically, we've got the heating and cooling, we've got the sewer fixed. We need to get the building painted, we need to get the inside cleaned up and the floor down. That's where we're at, and we've got it, as soon as we get those repairs completed, then we'll sit down and talk. The fiscal court will make the decision, how they're gonna move forward on it. So we should have, if the weather would clear up and we can get it painted, I don't think the floor is gonna be any big issue, but, I was hoping to have everything completed by July 1st, but that's not gonna happen, so, probably looking at another 60, maybe 90 days.
Okay.
But we're trying to do it right, we want everything completed, we got the sewer, all the plumbing fixed, we got it insulated, that we're not having pipes freeze again. I just don't wanna go back and keep redoing this work that we've been doing over the years, and the pipes freeze. It's just a tin building, they have the pipes going up the wall, so we had them go ahead and spray the pipes and replaced all that, so everything's gonna be done right. We're building, or going back and doing the repairs and fixing everything to last. We're just not a quick fix. When this building's open, we want it to be something that the people are proud of. So 60, 90 days, and we should be ready to go.
Okay.
All right? Thank you, appreciate it.
No problem.
Anyone else? Floyd, come on up, Floyd. I didn't see you behind that podium.
I wanted to take a minute out and thank you fellas for your services, especially you, Doug, and all these magistrates, and Keith there, I don't know about him. Been there 22 years, so.
Maybe. He's a keeper.
Floyd just likes to come by and talk to me one day.
He's good, yeah.
Part of your platform, Judge, was on the jobs, there where you did the water, that was the right thing to do, I support that 100%. And those people that don't support you, that wanna come and blame you for the judge before you are back down the road, they just don't even know what they're doing, because they need to get behind you to support you, because I believe you stand for what's right. And I know George usually does, and I thank George for his services up there on our family graveyard, and Mark Crider too. Okay? So thank you to everyone, all right?
Appreciate you coming out, Floyd. Anyone else have any comments? Just a couple things I wanted to go over, real fast. We've been in contact with Hal Rogers' office about the Corps of Engineer project in Martin. I don't know if you folks have noticed, we are the host agency for that project. We've contacted them about trying to see that the contractor hires more local folks on the project up there. I've noticed as we're going through town, we got a $90 million project, and all the vehicles and contractors have Ohio tags on them. We have folks here can run dozers and drive trucks and do the geotechnical and those things, and they've agreed that they will contact the contractor and try to help some local folks to get jobs up there. So I want to let you know, we have contacted Congressman Rogers' office, and he's on that, and he said be more than happy to look into it for us. But that's something that we're doing. Also on our Phillips here, I was going to let you folks know we did a little finagling around on our insurance this year. We saved about $150,000 on our insurance. Phil, thank you all. Thank Keiko for that. That's a big savings for us. Also today we got the I don't know, you folks know we have been working with Jerry Flannery to get the Abe Lincoln statue moved from Eric Kahn's. He purchased that property, the Eric Kahn property. The proceeds from that purchase are going back to the victims of the Eric Kahn situation. When he purchased the property, the statue, he's donated to Floyd County. And I want to thank Jerry Flannery, this was finalized today, and 4J Development, and we will be moving the statue out there probably in the next couple weeks. But we want to let everyone know and thank Jerry again for that. Magistrates, you all have anything you want to add? Stuff you're doing in your districts or issues we're having?
I'd like for Keith maybe to give the court and the people and the paper a little bit of an update on our neighbors over in West Virginia.
I think everybody may have already heard it, right? You know, we gave a 45-day notice, which is mandated by Kentucky revised statute, of our intention to file suit against justice companies for those delinquent tax bills. For whatever reason, Floyd County was left out of any of the negotiations that were handled at state level. The state and I believe 3 or 4 counties all entered into an agreement with the justice companies that included them waiving 100% of all interest and penalties in order to get paid essentially monies that they've been due for years. Some may fault me for it, some may pat me on the back, but once that information came to me and that proposal was made to me after the fact, I said, no way. Not gonna do it, wouldn't do it for him or anybody else in this world. You know, that can clearly afford their bills. You know, West Virginia billionaire, I think that if he owes his taxes, you pay yours. I know you, Ronnie, I know you well enough that I didn't have to look, I know you pay your taxes. And I know everybody else sitting up here pays their taxes, and I should pay my share, and I don't know why West Virginia billionaire shouldn't pay his share.
That's right.
So we've given them the 45-day notice, and we've got that on our calendar. They wanna make payment arrangements in the next 45 days, I'm willing to listen. And if they don't, then I know how to find the courthouse.
But that's something that we won't have to, will we have to vote on anything to give you? Okay.
You're not required to.
Okay.
Essentially, all county attorneys in Kentucky have the authority to pursue collection on delinquent property taxes. So, you know, they'll either make arrangements with me in the next month and a half, or they'll file a lawsuit, and they'll bring their $350 an hour lawyers up here, and we'll find it out.
I appreciate your efforts on that. We
Yeah,
need to,
yeah.
I mean, I'm like you, if he can afford to fly around the world in a Learjet, he can pay his taxes in Floyd County.
You know, he would say, and his lawyers have said, you know, that it's not him personally, it's his companies. They would also tell you that, you know, Kentucky Fuels no longer is in business, and Kentucky Fuel doesn't own anything in Floyd County, which is not technically true. They do own a couple of pieces of property I got my eye on. There are means of collecting. But you know, they're not doing any business in Floyd County. They don't employ anybody in Floyd County, and you know, they always threaten me with their potential bankruptcies and stuff of that nature. But we'll see how that goes.
Stand firm. That's what we like. Appreciate it. Any other magistrates have anything they want to add before we move on? George, Mark? Okay. Any old business we need to discuss? All right, let's get to new business. Transfers.
Motion.
Claims list. Oh, I'm sorry, Chris, you want to call roll, please? Getting ahead of myself.
Master Mark Crider,
Yes.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
All right, next we have the claims list.
You got a claim list, Joe?
You have nothing.
I can't, you ain't got one either, do you?
Not in mine either, Dave.
It's all David told me.
I printed it all.
Yeah, we may need that. All right, let's go on to the, we can get the claims list together and come back to it. Next, we have the Mountain Comp Care Grant payment. It's just a transfer of one of the grants. Got a motion, second?
Second.
Call roll, Chris.
Master Mark Crider,
Yes.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
All right, next we have the school backpack program, which
Motion.
you all sponsored for the last several years. Got a motion?
Second.
Second. Chris, you want to call roll, please?
Master Mark Crider,
Yes.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
Next is the Harold Sewer Project. This is the approval of the payment to the contractor and the Big Sandy Ad. This project has not been closed out. This is the payment to date for the contractor and to Big Sandy Ad.
Motion.
Second. You call roll, Chris.
Master Mark Crider,
Four.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
Let's see. Of, the new employee up in District Two.
Motion.
Got a second?
Second.
All right, you call roll, Chris?
Master Mark Crider,
Yes.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
Okay, next is the, resolution to hire the two employees for the litter abatement part-time.
Motion.
Second.
You want to call roll, Chris, please?
Master Mark Crider,
Four.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
Okay, next, these are some of the grants that Brent, or the gentleman that we've hired on a contract basis, the grants that he has applied for. It doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna get them, but he is applying for them.
Motion.
Second.
Who said that?
Mike made the motion.
Ronnie.
Ronnie, okay. All right, call roll, Chris.
Master Mark Crider,
Four.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
Resolution 8. Okay, resolution 9 is also a grant as well.
Motion.
Second.
Call roll, Chris.
Master Mark Crider,
Four.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
Next is resolution 10, public
Motion.
safety grant, and motion. Got a second?
Second.
Call roll, Chris.
Master Mark Crider,
Four.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
Next is resolution 11, firefighters grant.
Yeah. Motion.
Second.
Call roll, Chris.
Master Mark Crider,
Four.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
And next, we have the workforce grant, resolution 12.
Motion.
Second.
Call roll, Chris.
Master Mark Crider,
Four.
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Mr. Mike Tackett?
Yeah.
Mr. Ronnie Akers?
And next is the Economic Development Grant.
Motion.
Is that a second?
Second.
Mr. Mark Trout?
Four.
Mr. George Isling?
Yes.
Mr. Mike Tackett?
Yeah.
Mr. Ronnie Akers?
All right, let's go ahead and get bids for asphalt, and we'll come back to the claims list. Asphalt's first. Well, I'm bad to do that. It's hot in here. Get a little room here, we'll get these open. Make some notes.
Some room here, Judge.
All right. Let me get, they got, I'm gonna have to get a knife. Yeah. Chris, easy now. All right, first one we have is Mountain Enterprise. Okay, they're the, I guess they're gonna be the only bid on the hot mix. The bid for the surface hot mix is $102.50. The base hot mix class 1 is $93.15. The binder hot mix class 1 is $98.50. Tack oil per gallon is $4.25. Surface hot mix class 1 is $87.80. The base hot mix class 1 is $79.80. The binder hot mix class 1 is $85.05. The tack oil is $4 per gallon.
What was the price on the service again?
Yeah, the deliver, I'm sorry,
What was the first one you said, the price on the service?
the first one, that was the delivered and laid is $102.50.
315, 98.50.
Correct.
25, all right,
The picked up at plant
okay,
is, hot mix is $87.80.
okay,
Hot mix class 1 is $79.80.
okay.
$85.05 on the binder hot mix class 1. And the tack oil per gallon is $4. The laying of the placement of the material, the laying of the asphalt is $16.25 per ton. The patching of the asphalt is $25.50. The mileage is, this is a bit odd. 0 to 7 miles, which is the minimum haul, is gonna be $3.50 per mile. If it's over 7 miles, it's gonna be $2.25, 7 miles plus, excuse me, if it's over 7 miles, it's gonna be $2.25 per mile. Over 7 miles, yes. $2.25 per mile.
What was the tonnage there, 16 more?
1625. That's the lane, and then the patching is 25 feet.
Yeah.
Y'all got it? Okay. All right. Okay, they're the only one that's put the bid in on the hot mix and, the pickup at the hot mix and the, picking it up at the plant. We're gonna get a motion to accept the bid on that.
Motion to accept.
Okay. Got a second? Second. Okay, now we're gonna do the rest of the bids on the laydown.
That roll call, Mike Curry.
Oh, yeah, roll call, I'm sorry.
Mayor Mark Riley.
Four.
Mayor George Eastman.
Yes.
Mayor Mike Tackett. Mayor Ronnie Yeager.
Okay, this is on Highlands. On the laying of the asphalt, they've got $16 a ton. And on the patching, $16 a ton. And 20 cents a mile.
What was the installation
$16
again?
a ton, that's the placement of the material.
Okay.
This is Boyd asphalt. All right, laying of the asphalt, $18 a ton. Patching, $17 a ton. He's got 20 cents a mile for the haul. And $4 tax per gallon. This one doesn't have a name on the outside. Better have one on the inside. Max Sealing and Striping. On the placement of materials, weighing of the asphalt, $18 a ton. Patching of the asphalt, $18 a ton. And 20 cents a mile on the haul. Make some notes here. So on the laying and the patching, the cheapest bid is Highlands Paving at 16 a ton. The next lowest bid on the laying of asphalt is Mountain Enterprise at 16.25. No, that's not the patching, that's the laying, so that's the bigger projects. The third bid on that is it's 18 and Max is 18, okay. What it? So on the lane of the asphalt, this is gonna be on the bigger project, we've got Highlands at 16 and Mountain at 16.25. And Mountain is, they've got a crew that's a little more active this year, coming out and doing these jobs. They'll tell us they can get to us, or not gonna have to hold these things off. Do we wanna accept 2 bids on that?
Yeah.
Want to make a motion, Matt?
Motion, accept the bid.
You got a second? George seconded. Christian, call roll, please.
Master Mark Crider,
Four.
Master George Usley,
Yes.
Master Mike Taggett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akers.
What would be the reason we couldn't just accept them all if we need them?
Well, we can, but, you know,
I know we run into that before, but
that's what, you know, and that's the thing that I worry about is, and we've already seen it. We bid this 3 months ago, we've already seen
I was
it.
gonna say,
I mean,
you run into.
you know, these
you
people,
can't-
we tried to, you know, work with them, and you can't get them to come out and do it. I don't, you know, if you all wanna accept all bids, that's fine. But we have to do this with the understanding, so we don't run into problems with the auditors. That we start with the lowest bid and we work our way through.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a problem we've actually faced here in the past. Auditor's office and Department of Local Governments, that accepting all bids was an equivalent of not having bids at all. So they do have a problem with that.
Okay. Well, but the, you know, the problem that we run into is we're trying to run the day-to-day operations of the county.
Right.
And, you know, we
Somebody
can't,
be there, somebody can't.
we can't.
So to satisfy the auditors, then we would have to take the lowest.
We would have, you have to start with the lowest bid. You gotta pick the phone up, you gotta call the guy that puts the lowest bid in. If he can't do it, we move on to the next lowest bid.
Does bid number 2 have to do it for the?
Price of bid number 1? No, sir.
16?
No, sir.
They do.
No, that's his bid.
Okay.
If he gives up that right, at that point, then we move on to the next bid. Now, am I saying that the auditors are gonna be okay with this? Probably not.
What's that? I can tell you.
Accepting all bids.
No, you can't accept all bids.
I told him we put
How
that
can
couple
you
years ago.
accept, how can you accept 2? How can you accept 2? Looks like you have to accept lowest bid.
You all had those, I don't know why they didn't take them up back.
Oh, were they?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Motion, let's go with it, see what we're gonna do.
You wanna make a motion to accept all bids? I mean, whatever.
We got, we got a motion.
Roll call.
Okay, so let's take that, let's let them discuss it, but let's go ahead and rescind that motion, and let's discuss it. And, you know, we've already ran into these issues on this asphalt. here's the thing, if we don't accept the bids, and we accept two bids, and then we move on to the third contractor to do the work, and we don't have the bid, and he does not have a bid in, now, that is an issue. Then we have to come back and we have to rebid, is that correct? That is more of an issue than us accepting the bid.
You mean we move on to a contractor?
A contractor that we did not accept the bid from,
He can do up to 20,000.
he can do up to
And he'll
20,000.
be able to do up to 30,000 when we pass an ordinance next court meeting, because the state's allowing us to go up to 30,000 now on a single, project, or on a single vendor up to 30,000, if the court one wishes to pass that.
Well, I don't have an issue, guys, in accepting all the bids. I mean, the gig with the auditor,
I do.
it's a problem with the auditor, I know that.
And DLG.
And DLG.
I mean, that's why you have a bid process.
So then
Okay.
we need to take, Mountain, Ireland as a little bid then. One
Now,
bid.
I've never heard them say you couldn't accept 2 out of 4 or whatever, but, accepting all bids, they say, is the
That's-
equivalent of not even bidding at all.
That's why I laid that out down there in that last paragraph, Keith, kind of the same way we did a couple of months ago, or however that was.
I mean, the which paragraph did you think?
You're basically buying asphalt from Mountain because they're the only ones producing. So then, and therefore hereby accepts the installation lay down of asphalt in Floyd County from blank.
I don't think, listen, that they have not answered this question definitively, but I think Mike's motion originally was to accept the 2 lowest bids. I don't think accepting 2 out of 4 would be a violation of their rules. I think accepting all bids, as they've said in the past, there would be no sense in even having a bid process. But accepting 2 out of 4 because you need somebody that's available that, might be working somewhere else and not available, so you go to the second, I don't think would be a problem for them.
So the two out of 4.
That was my original motion.
Then roll call.
Okay.
We've already did roll call 3, then we just got Ron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So then-
What if the two that we take,
For the two of
think
the-
what was bids, what if they're covered up and they can't,
Well, we can move on.
We just got
We
so
can
many
move-
months,
we
we
can
gotta
move-
do
we can
this in
move
a
on.
timely manner.
And that's sort of our concern is everything, when the road money fund comes in, everything is moving fast. We can't wait. The weather's starting to change, the plants will shut down.
You
Listen,
talking about on flex money and,
We've had to put it out in the snow before because we need to have people, waiting.
Well, and Ronnie and Daniel was right too, up to 20 now, potentially 30 if there's a modification to that.
Okay.
You can hire an
You can go
independent.
to
so we can go to 3 or 4.
You can go to
That's
six.
it. Without a
Up to that limit.
Okay, so listening, we got the roll call on the 2, let's go and accept the 2. If we need to do the others at that time, we're gonna have an ordinance, based on what Tyler told us in the last meeting, we have to do an ordinance to raise that threshold to 30,000. But we will do that in the next meeting, correct?
We can do an ordinance on the 28th, we'll have that first reading, then we'll have to advertise and you have a second reading, if the court wishes to move that to 30,000,
Okay.
which the state is allowed now.
Okay, so that's the,
What if we wanna move it to 10?
Well, it's already 20.
So if we vote to raise it, we
A
go
couple
to
years
40.
ago, the fiscal court actually voted that if there's more than 5,000, that it be brought before the fiscal court.
You're right.
you probably can, you can say it, whatever you
Back
want
when
to
somebody
say.
wasn't telling the truth, like
As long as it don't go.
Back when they weren't.
As long as it doesn't go over that, that's correct.
Just to set you free, Dave.
That's correct. Okay, so next we have
So do we vote on that?
on the 2, correct. We had,
Mike and George.
I make the
You
motion.
had Mike and George,
Everyone-
made the motion,
everyone-
everybody voted for it.
everybody voted for it,
So
yes,
everybody's for it?
correct.
Okay.
You've got 16 Highlands, 1625 Mountain Enterprise.
Okay.
Okay, so now.
How about on patching?
We're going to patching.
Okay.
I knew Mountain did that.
Patching, Highlands was 16,
Motion was second. Now we're doing.
Mountain Enterprise was 2550,
Boyd looks like 17 and Mike's is 18.
18, yeah.
According to what she wrote down.
17, 18.
Boyd's was 17, and Mike's
It was 18.
is 18, correct. Okay, so we wanna do the
Separate on that, or is it all together?
I'm sorry.
We have to do a separate roll call? on
Yes,
that?
we will, we're gonna accept the top two on that as well. That would be Boyd's and Highlands, correct. We got a motion?
What's the definition of patching? Is that how much material are we gonna do?
Lay down is when we do it like an entire hollow, a big project. Patching is when you go into, say, a holler, and you'll do a stretch, is that correct, Ronnie? They'll do a stretch and they'll skip and they do patchwork.
Is that gonna be set on usage or how
That's
many ton,
we do
or-
more patching than we do the lay down, the entire holler.
Motion for the two lowest. Go ahead.
You got a second?
Yeah, Ronnie seconded.
Oh, did you second? Oh, roll call, I'm sorry.
Master Mark Crider,
Or,
Master George Easley,
Yes.
Master Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Master Ronnie Akins.
All right. Get that out of the way. Next is the limestone. Mountain Enterprise and Mountain Aggregates. Uh-oh. Y'all been against each other now? Sure. I thought you was one and the same.
We are one to stone yard.
Okay, this is Mountain Enterprise, bid on the stone. Okay, I guess on the limestone gravel delivered per ton, they did not, put a bid in. On the number 4 gravel, $31.45. That's right, that's the picked up per ton. $31.45 on the 57s. The number 2's $31.45. Dense grade, $31.45. The number 8's is $35. The class 2 is $31.45. Class 3, they did not bid. The shot rock limestone, they did not bid. Surge rock, they did not bid. River sand, $39 per ton. The materials meet Kentucky Transportation Cabinet specifications, okay. Next is Mountain Aggregates. All right, the delivered per, they did bid, the delivered per ton is $24.25 for the number 4s. The 57s delivered is $24.50 per ton. The number 2s is $24.25 per ton. The dense grade gravel is $22.50 per ton. The number 8s is $32.50 per ton. The class 2 is $25.50 per ton. Class 3 is $26.75 per ton. Shot rock limestone is $26.75 per ton. And the surge rock is $26.75 per ton. Now, the limestone picked up per ton is $15.25 per ton. The 57s is $15.50 per ton. The number 2s is $15.25 per ton. The dense grade is $13.50 per ton. The number 8s is $23.50 per ton. The class 2 is $16.50 per ton. Class 3 is $16.50 per ton. Shot rock is $16.50 per ton. And the surge rock is $16.50 per ton. Okay, Dave, on the stone itself,
You can accept both bids there, because they're both the lowest two bids, you're just determining if you gotta go get it, but it's definitely in our best benefit to buy it at the aggregate place.
okay, yes. Okay, get a motion to accept both bids?
Motion.
Second.
Christian, call roll, please.
Motion Mark Crowder,
Four.
motion George Usually,
Yes.
motion Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
motion Ronnie Akins.
You grab some paper clips, we'll get these bids next.
Here, Ron.
We got some. I need a few.
Here's two.
All right, we're almost there. Everybody get back together. Okay, next we have, the bids on the pipe. First one is Kentucky Supply Company. Kentucky Supply Incorporated. They're located in Grayson. Now, one of the things we did different this year on our bidding is we asked that they bid it a delivered price. Do we even need to bid the corrugated metal? We passed a resolution. Do we need to bid it?
You passed a resolution to do all plastic. didn't you?
We talked about that, but then we also talked about Ronnie and, George.
only got 5 foot plastic.
Yeah, so
Plastic-
it's like
plastic only
60
goes
and
to 5
72 inch, the bigger pipe. You
Okay.
might need to go with the metal, so.
Okay, so we'll go ahead, yeah, we did.
So I tried to make it if they bid it, and we
Okay.
got it that way.
All right, Kentucky Supply, we've got the 12-inch, 16 gauge is $9.69 per foot. The 15-inch is $11.42 per foot. The 18-inch is $17.42 per foot. The 24-inch, 14 gauge is $23.24 per foot. And the 12 gauge is $32.33 per foot. The 30-inch drain pipe, 14 gauge is $29.01 per foot. The 36-inch drain pipe, 14 gauge is $34.79. The 12 gauge is $48.05. The 48-inch drain pipe, 16 gauge is $36.51 per foot. The 12 gauge is $63.57 per foot. The 60-inch is $79.24 per foot. The 72-inch is $107.54 per foot. The 96 is $143.72 per foot.
101 what?
$143.72. The corrugated metal drain pipe, item 11, 12 by 12 is $10 each. 15 by 12, this is the connecting bands, is $12 each. The 18 by 12s is 18 each. The 24 by 12 is 24 each. The 30 by 12 is $30 each. The 36 by 12 is $35 each. The 48 by 12 is $37 each. The 60 by 12 is $80 each. The 18 by 24 is 36 each. The 24 by 24 is $48 each. The 30 by 24 is $60 each. The 36 by 24 is $70 each. The 48 by 24 is $74 each. The 60 by 24 is $160 each. All right, double wall drain pipe, 12 inch is $5 per foot. 15 inch is $7 per foot. 18 inch is $9 per foot. The 24 inch is $15 per foot. The 30 inch is $21.80 per foot. The 36 inch is $27.50 per foot. The 48 inch is $46.80 per foot. And the 60 inch is $75 per foot. That's Kentucky Supply. Next is Drains Unlimited. No, keep getting out. Okay, first we have the corrugated metal drain pipes. The 12-inch 16 gauge is $9.55. The 15-inch 16 gauge is $11. The 18-inch is $18.95. The 24-inch is $23.50. That's the 14 gauge. The 12 gauge is $33. The 30-inch drain pipe 14 gauge is $28. The 36-inch 14 gauge is $33.50. The 12 gauge is $46. 48-inch 16 gauge is $42. The 12 gauge is $74. The 60-inch 12 gauge is $92. The 72-inch 12 gauge is $125. The 96-inch 12 gauge is $167. The corrugated metal drain pipes, the connecting bands. The 12 by 12 is $9.55. The 15 by 12 is $11. The 18 by 12 is $18.95. The 24 by 12 is $23.50. The 30 by 12 is $28. The 36 by 12 is $33.50. The 48 by 12 is $42. The 60 by 12 is $92. The 18 by 18 by 24 is $37.90. The 24 by 24 is $47. The 30 by 24 is $56. The 36 by 24 is $67. The 48 by 24 is $85. The 60 by 24 is $167. The double wall plastic pipe is $5.65 per foot, the 12-inch. 15 inch is $6.85. The 18 inch is $8.85. The 24 inch is $16.25. The 30 inch is $21.65. The 36 inch is $32.25. The 48 inch is $52.25. And the 60 inch is $81.50. Next, we have Consolidated Pipe from Deeport, Kentucky. Okay, the corrugated metal, 12-inch, 16 gauge. Bid. No bids on those. No bid on the corrugated metal. No bid on the connecting bands. On the 12-inch drain pipe, $515. The 15-inch is $720. The 18-inch is $942. The 24-inch is $1621. The 30-inch is $2352. The 36-inch is $2919. The 48-inch is $4631. And the 60-inch is $7941. Now, if we have, David, each of the three bids have different prices. They got a better price, so do we need to go through by a specific pipe?
I think you could, probably need to put it on we could probably table it if you want to till, next Friday's meeting, put it on a spreadsheet or something, because I don't know how you even wanna, me and her couldn't write them down as fast as you read them.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
But I know if you need to make sure that, we know drains is included in the delivery price, right?
They're all included in
Yeah.
delivery price.
Okay.
I mean, all these are now the delivery price. So, my concern is, we've got two companies out of county, are they gonna deliver to the job sites? Are they gonna deliver a $300 pipe from Grayson, Kentucky to Weeksburg?
Probably wouldn't be very cost feasible to bring one pipe to Wilkesboro.
Well, I mean, if they, you know, I'm just saying, what I would suggest is, well, let's do this, let's do a spreadsheet till next meeting, we'll discuss it, and we'll.
Motion to table.
Motion to table it,
But
and
now
second.
we can go ahead and pick those pipe up if we don't have to wait on the delivery truck to bring them.
No, yeah, we can work that out. We can work that out. But here's my only issue, guys, is we've got all these different specific pipes. We do a spreadsheet. The guy wants to order something. You've got a guy sitting there on a piece of equipment, the drain tiles falling in. He's got to call somebody, pull out a spreadsheet, and see who's got the cheapest price, and then we've got to call. So,
It might be 2 days getting it from Grayson.
to me, look, I don't think the auditor is going to gig us in any way, because each of the three have the lowest price on at least one product.
That's right.
If we pick up all three bids.
Your only obligation is to choose the lowest.
The lowest, that's correct. But you know, what we need to do is we have to understand, we're here to make sure we're getting the best price for the taxpayers' dollars. Okay?
If
So
that's
you
what
want,
they
you
determine
want,
is the lowest
you want us to take all
that's what
three
they
bids?
want.
Motion to accept all three bids. Let's see what it's
But
happening.
we couldn't accept all three.
I made a motion both ways, so we have to see which one they're gonna take.
All right, you want, let's go, you voted to table it, you wanna rescind that? And you wanna rescind that, and let's make a motion to accept all three, with the understanding.
So we can accept them all.
But here's the difference in this, Ronnie, and what you had before. Each of these companies have the lowest bid on at least one product.
Blacktop people, they do each one.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. No, they were.
Well, let's try.
Let's
it.
just-
Yeah,
let's
motion to
go-
accept all three. Where you at, buddy?
He made a motion to accept all three. Mike, you back in the second?
I'm just calculating these prices here,
Let's,
Motion to table.
Second.
Somebody, we gotta do something here.
all right,
Second.
second.
There it
All right.
comes, there it comes.
Got a motion to table. You need to call roll, Chris?
Mayor Mark Crowder,
I'll make it real short.
Mayor George Usually,
Yes.
Mayor Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Mayor Ronnie Akers.
And we can do a little more, research on this too, now that we have the bids open. Make sure that these folks understand that this was a delivered price. Okay.
Basically, if you've got a pipe fail, you know, you gotta take action pretty quick on it. You can't wait on somebody to bring something.
They can have a
Well,
situation.
They're always emergency, we don't just go pull that pipe, change pipe, we're doing the job. We wait for them.
half of them are probably emergency situations. They have to replace them right there. Okay, that's fine. We'll table it next week. We'll get a spreadsheet on these days, and that way, when we have a meeting next week, we can go over and make a decision, okay? We need to make an informed decision anyways. Okay, next, we're gonna have to jump back to the claims list, guys. You got a copy of the claims list?
Yeah.
About the supplies and stuff.
Oh, that's, well, we only have one. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's cleaning supplies and stuff. Sloan Janitorial Supply, King Supply. Do I need to read each of these off, David, since they're the only bid?
What was it, King Supply?
King Supply, yes. Okay, so we've got, so we don't need to read each.
You got basically Slum Janitorial King Supply, that's the only bidder on the supplies.
That's the only bidder.
We've got them on file if anybody wants them for public record, so.
Okay.
But you do have to have a motion.
Second, you call roll, Chris?
Second there. Mayor Mark Crowder.
Four.
Mayor George Usually.
Yes.
Mayor Mike Tackett.
Yeah.
Mayor Ronnie Akers.
All right, let's go back up to the claims list, guys. Any questions?
Claims list, yeah, I got a couple.
On our way.
We got two vendors for mapping, over mapping.
Let's
Got
see.
back up from,
What page is that on, Ron?
We got a page.
they don't have a page number. Six page back, bottom.
Under special project.
Yeah.
What is it, Ronnie?
The
The mapping, what, there's two bills there for mapping, one for Boo Cook, Bo Cook.
Bo Cook.
Yeah.
Oh, Bo Cook was the,
Is that trail?
oh, okay, that Bo Cook is the topo maps that we got on the trail ride. Now, these will be reimbursed through tourism. Tourism has agreed to reimburse us for the mapping.
So
on
how's
that.
that going, Judge? I mean,
Well,
the trail ride.
they, actually, I tell you what, we had our folks go last week, rode the trail from Martin to the Mine Maid, it's 37 miles. We've got guys going in the morning with GPSs, that they can actually bring it back and download it, and it will overlay on the topo map, and it shows our landowners and everything that the state wants next week for our meeting. So it's going good, and we're excited about it.
Where was that at now, from Martin?
From Martin to the ATV training facility in Knott County, it's 37 miles of trails. And tomorrow they're driving it, they've got a state-of-the-art GPS, they just will come back, hook it up, it overlays on the maps, and it's gonna show us our landowners, everything that the state wants for the meeting next week. So we're putting a rush on this because we wanna get in that first pod with Perry County, McGoffin, Breathitt, and those folks up there.
Yeah, that's good.
So if we can have everything ready to go, maybe they'll let us in and go ahead and get started. So that's where we're at on it.
Okay, the elite heating and cooling, is that up to community center?
And electrical work. That's-
Yeah.
Elite,
Yeah.
Elite Heating and Cooling, that was the heating and cooling.
Yeah.
And
That's what I call
electrical.
fixed
Just
office
up to
up there.
community center.
And
Yes.
electrical stuff too, it wasn't
Yes,
just heating.
yeah, and electrical, they had to put boxes in.
Make a choice.
Correct.
That.
Correct, the heating and cooling,
Okay.
the heating and cooling is 100%.
Yeah.
That's everything we had on it. The plumbing, Jeff will have his invoices next month on the plumbing. And the only other big expense that only is gonna be the floor and the painting.
What kind of floor have we decided on?
Well, what we're gonna have to do on the floor, guys, is we're just gonna have to make a trip and go look at this floor down in Paintsville that they have at that church and make a decision if we wanna do it, because that floor, it's a multi-purpose floor and it's the sponge, but it's waterproof. It's, to do that floor up there, you're looking at $65,000.
With hardwood or?
No, this
Just
multi-purpose.
that.
We're not going back with the hardwood. They've had the hardwood twice and
Yeah.
they've had moisture issues and that's been the problem. The hardwood is nicer, you know, it looks more attractive, but this is multi-purpose. They can do dances, you know, whatever they wanna do on it. You don't have to worry about scuffing the floor up. But, what I'm hoping is we get to that point, then we can look at some co-severance to purchase the floor. But let's get everything done, then I think what we're gonna have to do as a fiscal court is take a trip down there and look at the floor and make a decision if that's what we wanna go with.
Okay.
I think that's too big of a decision for, you know, we need to all look at it.
Motion on the claims list.
A second? Call roll, please.
Marshall Mark Crider,
Four.
Marshall George Easley,
Yes.
Marshall Mike Tackett,
Yeah.
Marshall Ronnie Akers.
And how about a motion to adjourn?
Motion.